Good afternoon, my friends. Your Florida history hunter. Actually, it's still morning here in Central Florida. And without really straining the brain, anybody care to comment on where I may be at the moment? Oh yes, I am down at the creek and getting ready to step in and see what kind of treasures last night's rain may have washed loose from these banks. And that's what's happening, is over a couple thousand years of humans living along these waterways in Central Florida, evidence of their civilization, which has been buried for 500 up to 2,000, 3,000, 5, 7, 10, 12,000 years. And slowly but surely the dynamics of the earth are changing. So this is just good old ordinary plain old lighter wood. Doesn't have any evidence somebody carving on it that I can tell. And it's still in the process of deterioration too. So chances are it's not that old. You're gonna be able to move that out of the way. But I'm thinking this might be a good spot right here to set up the screen. And let's see if we can't sift something out from the bottom here. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to want to sit right about here. I see some more wood down at the bottom here, so we're going to slowly bring it up and look at it. This is very dimensional. Look at that edge right there. And I could see the saw blade. So this is rough sawn wood. So this could be like late 1800s up into the 1930s and 40s, pretty much. Ooh, and watch where I throw stuff. I almost landed all of that on my my carry bag. That looks like another piece of that rough sawn, but it may not be. This edge right here doesn't look sawn. It actually looks chiseled. That's one of those suspicious pieces. All right. So I think I'll scoop it right onto the tray on the bottom, and let's see what we may turn up in a couple shovelfuls here. I tell you, there is a lot of knotwood, and so picking through what's knotwood and not, which is actually still knotwood because the indigenous peoples use knotwood, lighter wood, fat wood, whatever you choose to call it, as a natural material, and they would study it and try to see some kind of spirit in it, and then they would remove that. I mean, that's just a nice looking piece of knot right there. I don't see any evidence of anything being worked on it. And like one of my followers said, that's a beautiful display piece for people that have like arrowhead collections. And one person said it'd be really neat, like this way you could set rings on it. So we're gonna start collecting some of that, but it doesn't go into the artifact pile. Alright, I need to rethink how I'm going to attack this area right here. I'm feeling very early in the day to be squatting my ass down in the mud. So I'm going to bring my little trusty little... Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, that's the piece I just sent downstream. I'll try to drag this up here and set my butt down on it. Over here. Over here somewhere, I'm hoping. Oop. There, I can work with that. Yeah, that's much better. There we go. Wet butt, but not soaking, sitting in it. Super tight, but still wicking some water up my keister. Alright, my friends, Florida History Hunter, we're back. Took a couple minute break, got a little water. It's a little overcast today, humidity's up a skosh. Seems a lot warmer than it should be. I was out here on like hard, bright, sunny days the last 2 weeks, and it was very comfortable out here. But, you know, so we're here now, and I'm just randomly bringing up bottom and running it through the screen right here and rinsing it down. There's another little piece of wood. Uh-oh. Am I seeing things? Or am I looking at the bill of a bird right there? And its eye? Can you see that? Looks like a seagull almost. And this side looks like a fish, like a dolphin. Now, I may be just daydreaming, but these are the kind of things, look, it's even got a relief to it. These are the kind of things that the world-renowned expert on Florida wood and artifacts was saying that she spends hours just staring at these objects and trying to envision what the creator envisioned. And so, yes, things like this do happen naturally, But the indigenous peoples looked for this kind of stuff to make effigies in the likeness of people and animals that they encountered. And they were very treasured items. And so that goes into the bag, and it goes to the storage bin, so that when I finally get the support that I need to pull off the archaeological dig that really needs to happen here, I've got my conservation storage tank set up. And eventually, if I can raise the money, I can get the actual tanks for doing the conservation, the chemicals themselves. It's pretty expensive, time consuming. It's not a lot of effort into conservation, the early stages of it anyway. It's just a matter of chemical displacement to push all the moisture out of the cells of the wood using a glycol alcohol solution. Not that much different than what we all know as antifreeze. But difference being that antifreeze has a colorant in it, and it may have other stuff in it too. There may be silicone or something in it. But anyway, after the wood's thoroughly removed of its water, then there's a whole nother process of displacing the porosity of it so that it keeps it preserved. And if the process isn't done correctly, it doesn't take too much time for the pieces to disintegrate or actually become like horribly distorted. There was a mask in a collection that came from the Key Marcos site, and the Key Marcos site mask, which I think was dug up around the 1880s or 1890s, along with just an incredible amount of wood artifacts. It wasn't conserved right, and so it went from looking like a really nice mask that had good shape and form to it, easily identifiable features, still had pigment on it. It turned into something that looked like it came out of a horror movie. I mean, really bad distortion. So here's something right here. I don't know what they were using it for, but it's a little piece of not wood, or lighter wood, but it looks like a pine cone. Like it's been shaped into a pine cone on this end. And this end, I'm imagining, had a point on it, or maybe it's a sewing shuttle, or whatever they called that. I'm going to add this to the collection and forward it to the experts and see what she thinks about it. That's just a nice little piece of lighter wood. Natural. That's a bone right there. Sure enough. Ooh, be nice to have something to sit on. There we go, there we go.